Hey there, football fans. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, well, you're in for a treat today because we're diving into a topic that's causing quite a stir in the world of college football. The College Football Playoff, CFP, format, and let me tell you, there's a lot of drama, controversy, and, dare I say, a little bit of chaos in the mix. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and let's take a humorous yet informative ride through what's on the table for the future of college football playoffs. Now, if you've been living under a rock, or just haven't been keeping up with college football news, let me bring you up to speed. The college football playoff system, which is responsible for determining the 4 teams that get to compete for the national championship, used to be a neat little package with just 4 teams. However, after some squabbles, some complaints about fairness, and the classic, "Why isn't my team in?" outcry, the system expanded to 12 teams starting in 2024. Sounds great, right? More teams, more drama, more excitement. But, plot twist, the first year of the 12-team format didn't exactly go according to plan. And now the bigwigs of college football are sitting around, scratching their heads, and asking, maybe we need to tweak this thing just a bit. So, what's actually on the table for change? Well, let's break it down and sprinkle in a little bit of humor along the way. The governance of the CFP, a power struggle with a side of drama. Alright, so first things first, the CFP, in all its glory, isn't just some random group of football fanatics making decisions. No, this is an elite group of college executives, including university presidents and conference commissioners who get to decide the fate of college football's postseason. Imagine a group of football's top dogs sitting in a boardroom, sipping their coffee, and saying, okay, let's figure out how we can make more money, and also maybe give a chance to a team from the group of 5 that no one ever talks about. Yeah, it's that glamorous. Currently, the CFP is set in stone until 2026, with a new 6-year agreement ensuring the postseason stays intact for a while. However, when 2026 rolls around, the SEC and Big Ten, the big bullies on the block, are going to hold a lot of power. Basically, they're like, yeah, we'll let you in on the decision-making process, but we get the final say on the playoff format. So, what does that mean? More power to the big conferences, and probably less room for the smaller guys. It's like the rich kids in high school deciding who gets into the VIP section at prom. Sorry, but you're gonna have to sit in the bleachers. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if my team is from a smaller conference, like the ACC or Group of 5? Don't worry, we'll get there. Hold tight. Seeding madness. The mystery of who gets the bye week. So, let's talk about the seeding. The thing that determines which teams get to play each other and, more importantly, who gets a free pass to the next round. In theory, the CFP should reward the best teams, right? Well, there's one tiny little rule that's causing some big headaches. Right now, the CFP gives automatic byes to the top 4 conference champions. That means that even if you're ranked, say, 6th in the nation, but you win your conference, you get a golden ticket to the next round. Sounds fine, right? Except, let's say you're a team like Ohio State, ranked 6th, but you don't win your conference. You end up playing a team ranked 8th, Boise State and Arizona State, and now you're in the same tier as them, even though you've been a much better team all season. It's like getting a participation trophy for just showing up. In fact, this rule led to a pretty bizarre scenario in 2024 where teams like Ohio State, ranked 6th, were seeded 8th while Boise State and Arizona State, ranked lower, got seeded higher because of the conference champion rule. The result? These underseeded teams, Boise and ASU, are now facing some of the toughest competition possible. And honestly, they're probably wondering why they even bothered to show up. The good news? There are talks of changing this seeding rule. I mean, who wouldn't want a more logical, fair seeding system where teams are ranked based on their performance rather than whether they won their conference? We could be heading into a brave new world of seeding based purely on rankings. And frankly, it sounds like a dream come true for teams outside the powerhouses. The multi-automatic qualifiers, AQs, idea. Double the trouble? Okay, let's get a little crazy here. Imagine this. What if the SEC and the Big Ten didn't just get one automatic qualifier to the CFP, but 4? That's right, 4. This would be part of a proposal to give each of these mega conferences multiple automatic bids based on standings, leaving just a couple of spots for the other conferences. The other conferences, like the ACC and Big 12, would get 2 automatic bids each, and there'd still be 1 spot for the best group of 5 team and 1 for an at-large bid. Oh, and if Notre Dame is good enough, it can sneak its way in too. Now, while this sounds like a total SEC Big Ten power grab, which, let's be honest, it is, it would also make for some wild, unpredictable playoffs. Imagine how much more interesting it would be if every single SEC team had a shot at the playoff. And if the Big Ten teams were all trying to outdo each other for those precious spots. We might see some new rivalries pop up, and the drama would be off the charts. But, here's the catch, conference championship games? They might lose some of their meaning if multiple teams from the same conference are guaranteed spots. So, we could see some new kinds of games, play-in games for the automatic bids. Welcome to a new world of playoff chaos. Is the weekly rankings show a blessing or a curse? Alright, let's talk about something near and dear to every college football fan's heart, the weekly CFP rankings. Yes, you know the ones, those weekly, suspenseful, sometimes infuriating shows where we sit and wonder, how the heck is my team ranked lower than a team that barely beat a cupcake opponent? Not to name names, but we all know the teams we're talking about. There's a growing theory that these rankings shows might actually be hurting the integrity of the selection process. Why? Well, they're too frequent. You get a new ranking every week, which means a whole lot of second guessing, overanalyzing, and maybe even a little bit of panic. What if we only had 1 or 2 rankings shows? Maybe just before the final selections are made? It would make the final reveal so much more suspenseful and, dare I say, more dramatic. But, hold up. These shows do one major thing. They keep the CFP in the public eye. ESPN loves them because they generate hype. And let's face it, hype equals ratings. So, as much as we might want to scale back these rankings, it's not going anywhere soon. Game sites. Should we bring the playoffs to campus? And now, for the most exciting part of the playoff discussion, where the games should be played. This year, we saw the first round of the playoffs held on campus sites. And let me tell you, it was a total success. Every game was packed, and the atmosphere was electric. So, naturally, everyone's asking, hey, why not just hold the quarterfinals and semifinals on campuses too? Imagine it, your team, playing for a spot in the semifinals, and they're doing it on their own field. In front of their own fans. It would be insane. The energy would be through the roof. And honestly, who wouldn't want that kind of madness? But, of course, the bowl games, the ones that have been a cornerstone of college football for years, are not going down without a fight. The bowls have contracts, history, and tradition on their side. So, moving the playoff games off of bowl sites would be a complicated decision. But hey, it's something that could be coming in the near future. Wrapping up, the future of the college football playoff. So, what's next for the college football playoff? We don't have all the answers yet, but changes are definitely on the way. Whether it's seeding adjustments, more automatic qualifiers, fewer rankings shows, or even moving playoff games to campus, the future of the CFP is looking more exciting than ever. Stay tuned, because things are about to get real interesting. And that's it for today's video. Folks, if you enjoyed this breakdown of the college football playoff and the potential changes coming our way, do me a favor, smash that like button, share this video with your fellow football fanatics, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. Trust me, you don't want to miss what we have coming next. Until then, stay passionate about your teams. And as always, go insert your favorite team here.